Um, Anybody that has gotten to know me knows I absolutely love Hebrew. It's new to me. I read at about the first grade level, but the other thing, if you know me, I love to teach, and I teach 5 classes every week. 3 of them are Hebrew classes. I'm trying to get other people to learn Hebrew. I think it's a fascinating and beautiful language. It's one of the only languages that it just doesn't have phonetic sounds. Each letter stands for a sound, it stands for a number, and it stands for a word. And so each wonderful word is actually words inside of a word. So you can have something like which is Aleph and the Het, and it's brother, for those that know Hebrew. And brother goes from just being brother to being strong fence. And that's beautiful, because are you your brother's keeper? Yes. If you're a strong fence. And a fence will keep you protected, but it also keeps you in line. So I absolutely love Hebrew. This portion is, it's 2. It's Behar, and I always have trouble with this one. Behukote. There are 2 small ones at the end of Vayikra or Leviticus. And, you can go to the Hebrew of this, and it pretty much sums it up. Behar, you guys should know this one from Shalom Baharim, is on the mount. And if you broke that down into the picture part of the Hebrew, it's Bet, house, Hey, reveals, and then Resh is head. So the house reveals the head, and this portion is about God being the head of everything. Everything that we've been given is blessings. When we say the Raha, it's praising Him for bringing forth the blessings. And it also talks about the Shemitah, the year of rest for the land. And Debbie and Mike can tell you that in order to have nourishment in the soil, you have to, one of the best things you could have is compost, which is letting things lay and letting the nutrients go back into the ground. But this was also to take care of your neighbor. And there was 2 things that really stuck out in this portion to me. One is that everything that I have comes from Him. A long time ago, I realized, those of you guys know me since I'm walking, but I was in a wheelchair. And I guess they call me a type A personality. I'm a pinger, okay? In fact, it's really hard for me to stand still up here because I usually like to move around. But I got sick, and I was in a wheelchair for several years. I have Parkinson's disease. And I didn't know how we were going to pay for our bills. I didn't know how we were going to manage. And Matt will tell you I was freaking out. How I can't see, I can't speak, I can't walk. And I sunk into this terrible, terrible depression. And that was when I realized that everything is not provided by my hands. And it also made me realize that there's other people that are always in greater need than us. And that was the other part of this portion that stuck out to me. Was, I think it's in 25:35, where it talks about taking care of the poor. Now, there's a lot of stuff that our country is deciding about, and I don't care where you stand politically, I don't care what. It's not about politics, it's about people. And this portion talks about that from our excess, we're to help those and restore them. Wouldn't it be awesome if our country would do a reset button and restore those that don't I mean, that would be wonderful. So wherever you stand politically, it's not about politics, it's about people. And this portion to me said that it's about giving thanks for what I have been given, and from my excess, and I guarantee we all have excess, give to those that need it. Closing thought. Those of you that follow me on Facebook know that Matt and I, we had an ordeal with some possums that lived in our basement. They were in the ceiling. So we were having our Pesach dinner, and I had to take my son home, and on the way back, a car in front of me hit a possum. And if you know me, I love animals. I don't care what kind they are, except bats. I try, but they freak me out. They move faster than me. Anyhow, and when they hit it, I was right behind, and I hit it too. And I instantly just felt sick. And I'm just like, I'm the person that catches spiders in the cup and takes them outside where they belong, okay? I really cherish life. And so tears just came. So when we came back through, Matt said that I probably did it a favor when the first people hit it, that, I didn't feel that way. Well, it was only a few days later that the possum that had been living in our ceiling in our basement got caught. She had fallen through the ceiling, and she had gotten stuck in one of the rooms in our home, and she couldn't get up. There was ceiling stuff there, so she couldn't get up. She's hanging on. Well, I said, Matt, there's something downstairs, and it's banging the pipes. And he comes down, honey, and he's like, it's big. Whatever it is, it's big. And I said,
go get it.
So I'm like doing this number behind the curtain. Well, it was a possum. And here she was stuck, and I have this lattice that has some flowers on it. And I'm sitting there, and she's got babies in her belly. And so Matt's trying to catch her. I'm doing this number. Look at the little babies. And I'm playing with their little feet that are in their pouch, And he's like, honey, stop. I'm trying to get her. And Matt actually had to scruff her. Okay, so it was like weeks of dealing with this mama possum. It was like we couldn't turn her out because she's obviously found a hole to get in, so we had to seal up holes. It's been a whole ordeal. Anyhow, so in the process, we had her in a cage. Matt sealed the house up. We turned her loose. She found her way back in. So now here we've got big kits that are now loose. So there's 11 possums in our house. And I'm like, we finally caught the mama again, and only 6 of the babies. And the next day, Matt was in Chicago. There was holes, because these babies are small enough they can get out of the cage. There's holes where she got out. And I'm like, oh, these babies are loose again. Well, more had actually chewed their way back in, because there was 10 babies all together. There's a purpose to this story. Anyhow, I end up taking her. She's somewhere around here close, that way, because we took her to Smith Gall Woods. I took her there. And her babies, 8 of them. And then we found a 9th one. The poor little guy had got stuck in a box, so we only lost 1. The point of this story is I was given the opportunity, even though it was very difficult, to restore and cherish life after I felt like I had taken 1. I got to do it tenfold, restoring that life. And this is the way we should be to our neighbor. Restore our neighbor. It doesn't matter what color, what religion, what economic level. Restore from our plenty. That's my thought. Thanks. I got clicks.